Welcome back to the channel. It's Rico. We're talking Chelsea. Before we get into all the details, I kind of want to go over some housekeeping real quick. Um, my plan here is to do like a weekly show on a Thursday, which is today. But today's going to be a little different because the Luton game is about to start in like half an hour from recording, 40 minutes from when I clicked record. So I'm going to try to get some of those thoughts in, but this is the way my schedule is right now with work. I'm a one-man show here, working 9 to 5 still and all that stuff. So trying to find time to do this as much as I can, and I really, really do enjoy it. And also, if you guys checked out my more of a narrative style piece, on Xabi's formation and his tactics and his philosophy, that's a really great video to watch if you guys are interested in that. I'm gonna try to do those almost like once a week, once every 2 weeks. So there's a lot planned. There's a lot I want to do, and not everything's gonna be perfect. Not everything's gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna try my best, and I appreciate you all for watching and sticking by me. I don't know how many returning listeners or followers I have, but I appreciate them all. But today we're gonna talk about do some first game week 1 notes. Not talk about Luton Town too much because I guess we'll start with that. We'll just get it over with. But it's not that big of a game. It's Carabao Cup against Luton, and they're not. I mean, come on, they're like, what are they even? I don't even know if they're League One anymore or Championship. I've not been paying attention to them. Yeah, they're League One. So just real quick, you guys know who's starting. Welbeck is going to start at 9. Steve is coming on, running a back 4. But you guys know that doesn't really matter. Reece getting another start in midfield. That's interesting. He's looking like he's going to be almost the second straight game in midfield. So that's pretty interesting. Maybe his right back days are behind him. I don't know. Maybe in Xabi's system they are. But you know how Xabi likes to play. It's like guys are moving around all over the pitch. And we're going to talk about that really first. The real game. We're going to talk about the real game in a second. But let me just finish up these thoughts. Barco's going to start. Pep Chavar is out there. Palestra is getting healthy. I think Moy's still dealing with a little knock. I don't want to talk Enzo because by the time I say anything and post it, it might be out of date. It looks like he wants to go to Man City. I don't know if Chelsea's going to let it happen. It looks like Chelsea want to get a backup option if needed, but really those options are running out pretty quickly. Bournemouth does not look like they're open to selling. Scott Wharton does not look like he's being open. He's up for sale. So I don't think Chelsea's going to make a move until they have a replacement lined up, and even the replacement could be a guy that I haven't named right here. So it's a real fluid situation. I don't want to get into it because if whatever I say might be out of date by the time you guys watch this video. So I really would not like that to happen. Same thing about the Luton Town game. It's like, how much are we really going to learn from this game? It's going to be a fun watch, of course. I love to watch Xabi ball. I love to watch Chelsea, obviously. Josh getting the start again, Lacroix, Penders. But we'll say that for another video. Today I'm going to talk about game week 1, what we saw out of Xabi's first game in charge. I think off rip, I mean 30 seconds in we scored a goal, and I think that would really just help to set the tone of the game. Not even the game, of just like of Xabi's tenure, you know what I mean? Because we've been so used to dysfunction, so used to like underperformance. Last season was difficult, guys. I mean, a lot of us still have PTSD from last season, so it's like, to start off the new season strong, you get a goal from João Pedro 30 seconds in. Cole Palmer scores 2 GAs, goal and assist for him, goal and assist for João Pedro. Morgan Rogers instantly scores 2, breaking the 007 before the rumors even, or the pressure even starts up on that. Doesn't have to worry about 117 million pounds 007. It doesn't have to worry about any of that stuff. Got it out of the way. That's good. Way to begin the season on a positive note. Let's break down that game. So first up, I think our first look at Xabi ball, the first thing I really saw was how fast and confident we were playing. And then it really has to go. That's a real testament to how he's helped prepare the team. And I think you could really see the talent that we have, and you also could see some learning moments, some vulnerabilities, especially in some of that transition. Kind of looks scary. Having Lacroix back there just so massive. There's a talent all over the pitch, even guys who didn't start. And this is still like the full squad's still not even there. Still guys dealing with some injury. Palestra, no Moi Caicedo, guys. Come on, imagine how good I'm talking how vulnerable we look in transition. We don't have Moi Caicedo out there. The press is definitely active. Cole Palmer is running that press. So I think that's where we're going to start. Let's start with that front three. That's going to be my next video, by the way. So stay tuned for that. I'm working on the script for that right now. I'm trying to get it out by the end of the week before the next game week. But, we'll see how things go. So, first, Cole Palmer. Let's talk Cole Palmer. 2 GAs. He's pressing. He's running. He looks healthy, guys. He finally looks like the Cole Palmer we all know and love from previous seasons. And it's just so nice to see. You could see on his face the smile, the confidence he's playing with. He looks like he's having fun out there finally, because it did not look like him or even the rest of the team last year was really having fun. But yeah, the smile, the confidence, that run he had, it wasn't a goal, but he had a great run. 2 GAs, obviously. I mean, it's just so nice to have that moment in that first game where it's like, because all the questions surrounding Palmer, can he return to his old form? Is that old form behind him? He really just helped to silence all that noise instantly, and that's exactly what you want to see. Good on him. I'm really happy for him, because last season was difficult for the whole team, but it's difficult for him. He wasn't living up to expectations. The guy's the face of the franchise. As much as we love Reece James as the captain and all the other players on the team, the Premier League markets Cole Palmer like he's the face of the franchise. The guy sells his own ice. He's the amount of edits from the Premier League Twitter and Instagram of just Cole Palmer since the game, incredible. The guy really is like the face of the franchise. They're really pushing him to be a face of the Premier League, and to have him return to his old form, or to look like it, like we know it's there now. Like we know it's there. So even if he has some struggles in the rest of the season, it almost felt like we were scared that we lost the Cole Palmer that we all knew and loved. That's what it felt like last season. It's like, is he ever going to return to the Cole Palmer? And he showed it off rip that it's back. It's back. And we'll see. There's a long season ahead. It's going to go through some ups and downs, but it's really nice knowing that he's still got it. It's still there. Next up, João Pedro. What a player, guys. The guy, the number 9 is more than just a number for this guy. He's really, really taking charge in attack, and that's what I love to see. He's playing with so much confidence, and I've been saying this all summer. I feel bad that he was left out the Brazil team. I really did. There was a moment before the selection where he was it BBC or Sky Sports or somebody. They interviewed him, called up his mom, I think maybe even his grandmother too, and they were talking about how excited he was to maybe play with Neymar and how excited he was to be selected, and he didn't get selected. I'm like, this is tragic, bro. How did they put it up beforehand, obviously, but I'm like, bro, poor guy. So as much as it sucks for him that he wasn't a part of that World Cup team, and I really think he should have been, obviously. Good on him for silencing the doubt. Good on him for taking it in stride and just showing you know what, I'm João Pedro, guys. He looks like he's hungry. He looks like he's ready to show the world and prove them wrong. And it's incredible to watch. That one volley that he just barely missed, I'm like, if that went in, whew, he's so much talent, guys. 31 seconds to score a goal. I love João Pedro. Him and Cole Palmer, they work so well together too. They really are like a yin and yang out there. And João Pedro makes Cole better. Cole makes João Pedro better. And it's beautiful to watch. And that's not even mentioning the third guy in that front three. Morgan Rogers, Captain Rogers, whatever. I'm just talking about the alcohol. But we got to think of a nickname for this trio. CPR, I kind of like CPR. People talking JP Morgan. I'm like, I don't know, because JP just kind of sounds like João Pedro. And then Morgan, it's like, where's Cole Palmer? He's technically the P, but then the J is just João. But that kind of confuses me. I don't like JP Morgan. João Pedro posted on Instagram MJP. I don't really like that either. CPR is kind of cool. Cole, Pedro, Rogers, resuscitate you, CPR, give you a heart attack, whatever. I like that one. But Morgan Rogers scoring a goal, that was very big for him. Still haven't seen his cold celebration. I think he's saving that for a really big moment, big goal. But thing I really liked about Rogers, the way Rogers fits in here is to have those two almost like secondary strikers, playmakers, with all that open space, all that space to run, all that space to create up front. And Xabi's really trusting Morgan Rogers and Cole Palmer to do that. And it's great. They really showed it. Morgan Rogers a little less so than Cole Palmer. Maybe he's still adjusting. I think Cole Palmer is a better player anyway. But that's the perfect fit. The perfect dynamic of this trio is that Cole Palmer and João Pedro are the superstars. Morgan Rogers is still a very, very good player. Don't get me wrong, he's a very, very good player. But we're not asking Morgan Rogers to carry us like he probably had to do at Villa. We're not asking for Morgan Rogers to have a 20-goal season. We want him to just fit in. Just be a threat out there. Just play well. And like what he did, he's got an open, got a great chance and scored. That's all we need from him. It's like he's like a missing piece, a very expensive missing piece. It's not my money. That's what you need to do to get the job done. You paid the money. I know that it's always tough because that price tag is going to be hanging over him for his entire time at Chelsea. One of the most expensive players in football history. But like, it's not like it's his fault. You know what I mean? And I think let's say he was bought for like 80 million. By the time you put in like the sales on Garnacho and like Nico Jackson to Villa, it like evens out to be like around like 80 million anyway, which kind of makes more sense for how much you want to pay for Morgan Rogers. I don't even want to talk about the money, but like the way he fits in, all we need him to really be is just like that supplementary piece, that extra threat out there. Like we don't need him to carry us. We just need you to be good and fit in. And he did exactly that in the first game. Scored the goal, got the 007 off his back. You love to see it. You love to see it. So that front three is scary, guys. Like it really is. It's one of the best, if not the best, in the whole Premier League. Like there's not who am I taking over that? Yeah, there might be better individuals, but as a trio, as a pure attacking trio, who's better than them? Like there's nobody. There's nobody in the Premier League that's better than those three. You know? Let's talk about the shape. Rotations, Reece James. What a player Reece James is. We were talking, I mean, at least I was talking all summer like, oh, Marco Palestra is going to be the Swiss Army knife for Xabi Alonso. And I think that one moment where in the press conference where the reporter asked Xabi Alonso, Reece James, he's played as a right back, center mid, and then Xabi chimes in, right wing back too, or I think he said that. And the other, and she goes back, center mid, where's he going to fit in? And, you know, Xabi, of course, flexibility, he's going to play everywhere. But Reece playing that midfield role, going with the back three too. It's very. I really like Xabi. Well, I really did. There was like a couple things I didn't like was like. I get it that like you want to be fluid, you want to play fluid, you want people to rotate, change positions, but sometimes it's a little shaky to me when like I see like a like a Colwell making a run. And like someone's gonna fill in his space to go back and defend, and we saw it a lot from Reece James, which he was all over the pitch, all over the pitch. It was great to see, but sometimes it's a little scary to have like the center back making a run. I don't know how much I necessarily enjoy that, but it's a part of the system. You kind of need that for the other parts of the system to work, I guess. But Reece really makes this system. He really does, and I think when Moy gets back, it's gonna be even better because. What we saw from Reece that game was remarkable. It really was. We'll talk about his leadership too, because that was so key. But in a 3-back, Reece James, center CDM, there was times when Reece James was playing like a 10. When he was pushing up, playing the 10. There was times when he was on the right side as like a regular right back, right wing back. There was times where he dropped back to play center back. He was everywhere, and he knew exactly where to be, and he was telling other players where to be. He wasn't scared to yell at players. We saw him yelling at Neto for not checking back. Don't get me started on that guy either. I'm trying to keep it positive here. We could talk about the negativity later. But Reece is really making up this. It really makes his system work. He really is one of the engines of the system. That front three is like Cole Palmer, João Pedro, Morgan Rogers. But Cole Palmer is like the engine of the attacking trio. Reece James is the engine of this defense and midfield group until we get Moy Caicedo back. Because what he did out there was remarkable. What a player that guy is. Like I said, like his leadership, telling everyone else where to be, him being literally he was all over the pitch. I think he covered the most ground of anybody, I believe. It was great. The 3-back, Josh Achampong played great. That's the one, like I keep saying, I don't really like when the center backs have to push up so much. Some of their crosses are not the best. But Josh playing a full 90 minutes, 20-year-old, I know a lot of you, I was a little more hesitant on him playing and starting, especially when We knew Fofana was out with the red. I'm like, oh, maybe they'll go with a 4-back here. But he went with his 3-back. He went with what he wanted to do, Xabi. And I know a lot of you fans online love Josh Chempong, and I don't blame you. The guy's a massive talent. He's such a unique profile. So tall. Could do a lot with the ball at his feet for someone that tall. He looked like he was playing more physical and a lot more confident than he did last season. A lot more confident. And you'll have to see that. You really do. He really played great. And to keep it with the defense, Lacroix, I was saying his name wrong before. I apologize, man. I'm going to get it right because the way you played, you deserve it. Just like the ease, like the anxiety. When so many moments he was like one-on-one, last man back, one-on-one defending. It's like, Lacroix, we need you to get this stop right here, right now. And he came and he did it. He came up with it. It was wonderful because it was like moments like that. Like I don't trust Fofana to do that. I don't trust Chalobah to do that. The only two guys I really trust on the team to do that is Lacroix and Colwell. And Colwell's still like, he's still trying to get back into it. I mean, the guy hasn't played football in like a year and a half, really, because he was out for practically the whole year with the ACL, came back for a few games and took another summer off. And now he's back getting, it's been a long time since he played a lot of football games. So like he did look a little, not the best out there, but it's just so nice having the trio back. Some real defenders, bro. Some real defenders. Like no more Chalobah, no more Badiashile, no more Axel Disasi, no more of these like bad players. Like we actually have legit defenders out there now, and it's wonderful to watch. It's actually, we needed that so badly. And not even to mention João Pedro. What a player that guy is. And he fits in perfectly with the system. He was playing left wing back. Like I keep saying, flexibility, rotation. He was rotating over to play center back at times. He had this great run from the back, cutting it all the way through the middle, up, and making a pass. Like, bro, Hato, guys, underrated talent. He's gonna be like, I just wish he was a little taller, but like, I mean, like, besides that, he's such a great player. Like, it doesn't even matter if he's not that tall. He really is. He's another great signing. He could play that left wing back role. He could push up, and he's a solid back there in defense. Like, cleaning up this defense was such a big issue last year, and to clean it up like the way Xabi did and already like one signing practically. Lacroix, Colwell's back healthy. Get the bad guys out of there. Hato's taking a step up in development. Chempong's taking a step up in development. You got Reece James who could slide into a center back if needed. It's just great to have. Finally, it feels like our defense is fixed except for one part, and that's Bob Sanchez, guys. How much more can we say about Bob Sanchez? It's just like I mean, the guy's the same player. He's the same player. It's just scary. It's just scary to watch sometimes. Like, because sometimes he looks so good with some of his saves, and then other times he just looks like that second goal was literally on his strong side, and he gives it up. Like, you cannot let that happen. I think somebody on Twitter, X-Goal like philosophy, someone let me know down in the comments. It was like a 97% save rate on that one, or like it was a really low expected goal. It's like, bro, you have to save that one. You have to. And so we still look vulnerable. And like I was saying before, if we don't get those rotations right, we could be very, very dangerous. Not dangerous, vulnerable in transition. And it's not great. It's not great. But that's why we have Moy Caicedo, though. He was out. But imagine you get Moy back. The guy just covers like everywhere. He's everywhere, Moy Caicedo. He's everywhere. He's all over the pitch. He covered a lot of defensive vulnerabilities last year, and he's going to do the same this year and really be just great in that midfield. And I like the way we're playing, where we don't need him to be on the ball, a progressive passer too much. Like, we want him to be mainly a defender out there. We have that front three with all that space to attack. We don't want, like, let them do their thing. Let Cole Palmer, João Pedro, Morgan Rogers, maybe some of those wing backs pushing up. Let them handle the offense, guys. Let's they got it. They can handle it. And then just have Moy Caicedo just be everywhere back there, just leading the defense, and the guy he's such a good player. I can't wait to see him in this system. He's really gonna shine too, because he's playing so well. And then to speak about some of these like I'm saying, rotations, like Lacroix, do you see like his assist to Morgan Rogers? What the hell is he doing up there? Somehow it worked. But like some of that stuff could be a little scary. But like giving up 2 goals to Fulham. I'm glad we got the 3 points. If we drew, then this would have been a whole different conversation. Because just getting that win is just so massive. First win, first match. Get the monkey off your back. Get the pressure off a little bit, and just show that like we're here to ball. We're here to win. It's exciting, guys. It's exciting. I think let's talk about some of the squad management, some of the attitudes we got going on this team, because we still got some rotten apples from last year. I don't want to talk about Enzo Fernandez. He did look like a little disinterested initially, kind of worked his way into the game, but he didn't look sharp, I would say. He didn't look too sharp. I don't know how much. It's hard to tell how much his heart's really in it. I don't know what's going on in his head right now. How am I supposed to know, guys? I'm a fan. I feel like we're a better team with him than without him. I don't want to lose him, but it looks but I also got to be a realist. Like, I see the writing on the wall. He definitely doesn't want to be here. So what are we doing? I don't know, guys. I don't want to talk about Enzo Fernandez. The only thing is, if we lose Enzo, we just need a replacement. And I think Reece James playing that much center mid is really, really goes to show you that this guy is a center mid now. In Xabi's system, back-to-back games at center mid, we know he could play other positions. We know Xabi likes to rotate. But when we talk about the center mids on this team, we got Moy Caicedo, without including Enzo, Moy Caicedo, Reece James, Romeo Lavia, Valentin Barco, Jordan Henderson. How do you guys feel about that? I don't know. Lavia and Reece James get hurt a lot. I don't want Henderson playing a lot of minutes. I'm excited to see Barco today. If you guys know me, you guys know I'm a big, big Barco fan. I think he's going to be a little demon menace out there. He's one of those players that is going to annoy the hell out of the other team. And it's he's one of those players, he's on your team, you love him. But he's on another team, you hate him. I think he's going to be pretty good out there. And in his pre-signing interview, he was talking about how he loved playing midfield, because we know he used to be a left wing back, left back, and we know he has it in him, and we know how the way. I keep saying flexibility and rotations because it's just such a key part of Xabi's system. It literally is his system, is that. So we got Barco fits into that perfectly, but I think Barco's gonna play more of that midfield role. So that's good for him. We'll see how he does there in this first game against Luton Town. I think we need him to step up, because if we lose Enzo and don't sign another replacement, that's a big hole to fill. And I know Reece James is a great player, obviously. Lavia is a great player when he plays. We gotta see, but we know injuries is not out of the realm of possibility here. We gotta know that could be coming, so we gotta plan for that. So if we lose Enzo, I would really like one more midfielder. I really would. But that's where it gets difficult, because it's what are you gonna do? Overpay for a guy? Okay, it's not my money. I don't care. But then you also gotta take into consideration that there's only so many games for you guys to play. Barco wants to play. Lavia wants to play. Henderson kind of still wants to play. You sign a guy, he's probably gonna want to be a starter for big money. But if you sign a guy for less money, he's probably not very good. So you got to try to find that balance there, and that's where it gets really difficult. And I guess to keep on the thing with attitudes, I really did not enjoy the way Pedro Neto, his attitude. It just I don't stop pouting, man. You're a grown man and you're pouting when you don't get the ball. Stop. You're a grown man. It's despicable, honestly, that the guy loses the ball, throws his hands up in the air. Bro, just track back on defense. I think he might be a little mad that he's not playing that Cole Palmer role when he comes off the bench. He's playing a wing back. I think he's pissed off about that. But bro, I don't care, bro. You're pretty fast. Fastest guy on the field who doesn't want to run backwards. That gets me so mad. And I love to see Reece James yelling at him and putting him in his place. That was good to see. And so I guess we could talk about the future. So broke down game week 1. That was a fun game to watch. Great game. I'm excited for this next one against Luton. But I think what to look out for here is running a 4-back. Steve is playing. I'm excited to see the way Steve. It's good. Like I want Steve to get a lot of opportunity. You know, I want him to play a lot, especially in these Carabao Cup games, because it's like why not? Because it's really hard for him to dislodge a Cole Palmer because Cole Palmer looks so good. Morgan Rogers looked pretty good. So I want Steve to play, and I really want him to shine. So he's gonna play today. That's good. Um. Oh, yeah. When the starting lineup from last week, it was so surprising, so surprising. When I started, first of all, because like the injuries were surprising. I didn't think Moy was out. I didn't know Palestra was out. So there's guys like Malagusto getting the start, which is surprising. Lavia getting the start, which is surprising. But Lavia had a good game. So with that, it was just I was trying to figure out like what is Xabi looking for in these starters? Are they guys because they're not all necessarily guys that were there since the beginning of the summer. Because like Morgan Rogers started, Malagusto got the start. He came back late from France. Lacroix came back late from France. Yeah, so it was like really interesting to see like who got the start and who didn't. But I think a lot of it, what it was the players who really bought into Xabi's system. Because Neto was on the bench and he had a bit of an attitude. Enzo Fernandez was just like, who knows what's going on with that guy. Giovanni Kenda and Steve came on, they look good. But I really just think he was getting the guys who were not only there for longer, but not only listened to Xabi, had a good attitude about things, but there were guys who were like who really represented and I guess earned their spot in practice and like really showed Xabi this is the guy that that I want to follow you, that I'm gonna be a good attitude, a good player, a good team player, building that chemistry. Because I really like the way Xabi's trying to build this culture. It's like, bro, if you don't want to be here, if you're gonna show a bad attitude, bro, we don't want you. And he's not playing around with that, and it's really nice to see. Um, Looking ahead, what I want to see from this Luton Town game, it's gonna be really interesting to see how the tactics could change from a 3-back to a 4-back. We know his system's very fluid, very rotation heavy. I just want to see how the shape looks in and out of possession when you have two center defenders versus when you have three. I want to see if Reece James is going to drop back more, or Pep Javari is going to push up more. Valentin Barco stay back a little more. Who knows? Who knows? It's going to be a nice rotation. The guys going to be moving all over the field. I'm excited to see it. That's fun. I can't wait for that game. I am very, very nervous for this Brighton game, guys. I will not lie to you. I am nervous for this Brighton game. Brighton looked very good in that first match. I'm scared they could punk us if we get our rotations wrong in transition. And it's something about Brighton, guys. They're like our kryptonite. Despite us having like half of the Brighton former players, they are kind of our kryptonite sometimes. They're a good team. We got to be careful. We got to play strong. It is the home opener. I really hope we get this win, but like this game I'm a little bit nervous of, guys. I really am. So I guess we're gonna close it out there. It's been 30 minutes. The Luton Town's game about to start in 10 minutes, so I gotta go lock in for that. Let me know what you guys thought about game week 1. Let me know what you guys thought about Xabi, the first game of the season, first win. And let me know what you guys think about this Brighton game coming up, because that's a big one. That one looks a little scary. But we do have more talent. We should win. We should win. But Brighton their system, top to down, organizationally, doesn't matter who the manager is, who the coach is, whatever, who the players are. They just always seem to be playing well. They lose players and still play well. They are our kryptonite. So we'll see how they do. Should be a fun game. Should be a very intense game. Big test for Xabi. Big test. So I'm excited. It should be fun. Oh my God, there's even more to talk about. We didn't even talk about. We'll say that for later. I don't know. How much is there really even to say? I was going to say transfers. Like Nico Jackson out. Good for him. I think he's going to do well. I'll just do it real quick. I think he's going to do well at Villa. That's really all there is to talk about. We kind of knew that he was out of the squad. So, not much to talk about. Like, Liam Delap's gone. Yeah. What more is there really to talk about with these transfers? We kind of know what the team is looking like. The only real big question is Enzo Fernandez. And if he's gone, I'd like another center mid. But we'll see how things go. I don't want to talk about that anymore. It's about to be 30 minutes. If I keep talking, I'm going on for an hour. This game's about to start. But Thank you all for watching. Sorry for rambling towards the end. Trying to be more focused. Like, share, subscribe, drop a comment down below. I love to interact with you guys. Made it this far. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.